Let's get this show on the road. I'll start by saying that nuclear power is an incredibly complex subject that is impossible to cover completely in a 5-minute video. So today I will be going over the basics in order to argue why it deserves a second chance. Nuclear power harnesses the power created from splitting atoms, usually uranium-235 or plutonium-239, causing a nuclear chain reaction from the free neutrons released. The atomic energy released by this reaction is used to heat water, which turns turbines, generating electricity. Another form of nuclear power, nuclear fusion, is still under development, which seeks to use the power generated from combining two atoms together. Although every nuclear power plant differs in some way, such as the way heated water is dealt with, the fundamental process of splitting atoms to produce energy remains the same. Modern nuclear power plants possess a number of safety features, all with extreme amounts of redundancy, ranging from several different methods of introducing control rods into the reactor, which absorb neutrons and therefore halt the nuclear chain reaction, to several emergency cooling systems present for each part of the energy creation process, as well as backup generators in case of power failures. While incidents like Chernobyl and Fukushima are tragic, many points of failure have been reconsidered since the incidents, and the conditions under which they occurred, such as a tsunami, are not problems in most nuclear reactors within the US. In fact, research shows that despite the lives lost due to nuclear accidents, shifts to nuclear power have actually prevented 1.84 million pollution-related deaths from 1971 to 2009. Compounds released by nuclear reactors, such as tritium, can enter water supplies, but it has been found that drinking from a significantly contaminated well for over a year contains a dose of tritium 10 times smaller than a round-trip flight from LA to Washington, D.C. To add on, strontium-90 released by nuclear reactors is minuscule compared to background radiation from past nuclear tests and explosions. Another consideration for nuclear power is storage of nuclear waste. Spent nuclear fuel is stored in water baths until the highly radioactive material decays slightly. The fuel is then transferred into shielded dry containers, which can then be stored safely. In fact, oil and gas production has produced and disposed of radioactive compounds like radium-226 and 228, as well as lead-210 at over 100 times the radioactivity permitted by nuclear power plant regulations. Nuclear power accounts for 8% of the US's energy consumption, with renewable energy accounting for 11%. While the 19% combined is good progress, if humanity seeks to combat climate change, significant work needs to be done to reduce the remaining 81%. While I hope for a future in which we rely only on renewable energy, I believe that technologies must be further developed before humanity can transfer completely to green energy. Solar panels, for example, require the use of caustic chemicals to produce, which may leak into the environment. Although significant developments in solar and wind technologies allow electricity to be produced even cheaper than natural gas and petroleum, with ever-increasing power demands, renewables alone are not enough to completely replace carbon-based power. I believe that nuclear power is an appealing temporary alternative to carbon-based power while renewable energy ups production. Although nuclear energy produces toxic waste, storage in proper facilities is a much smaller problem compared to the issues that carbon-based power imposes on the environment, like greenhouse gases. I hope this video raises awareness of nuclear power as a stepping stone between our carbon-based present and our green future. Despite nuclear energy's advantages over fossil fuels, many nuclear power plants are closing down while natural gas and petroleum production continues to rise. I hope to do my part in changing public opinion regarding nuclear power, and I'm optimistic that climate change is something that humanity will overcome and that our future will be powered through green energy.